The Challenge USA is currently airing every Wednesday on CBS, and I am joined by the recently eliminated duo, Derek X from Big Brother and Shannon from Love Island. How are you both doing?
Good. You nailed that intro.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just start with what were both of your overall experiences like on the show, and then maybe compare it to your experience on your prior show with Love Island and Big Brother.
Yeah. Shannon, you want to go first?
Sure. So the challenge was nothing like Love Island. Obviously, I was in Hawaii in a bathing suit, hanging out with everybody, walking around.
AKA, the challenge was much worse than Love
It
Island.
was it was much, much harder than Love Island. I don't think Love Island did anything to prepare me for the challenge besides forming strong, loyal friendships between our show versus all the other ones. So it was definitely a really hard experience. I mean, well, we weren't in a mansion off, Hawaii. We were in a warehouse. Yeah, you want to pick it up from there?
Yeah, so I've actually never been in a mansion off the coast of Hawaii before. So for
Wow.
me,
Try it.
anything that's not on a CBS production set in the cardboard box is a step up. So I
That's
moved
right.
into the challenge house and I was like, is this fresh air? Oh, let's go. Like, let's go. This place is lit. So I say the challenge was like more fun for me than Big Brother because Big Brother was just like very constricted, and the challenge like we got to like go out sometimes after like an elimination. You go outside anytime you wanted to. Yeah, Shannon, we couldn't go outside on Big Brother unless it was like a designated time. So for
Oh my
me, I was
God.
like, this is all the fun of Big Brother. You get to like play the game strategically. You got physical challenges. You have social relationships, and it's a shorter time. And we were in Argentina, so it was like Big Brother, but take away all the bad things and like make it good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Derek, I have a question just for you. So we saw a lot this season. You kind of had this like vengeance out for and revenge, I guess, for your former BB23 cast members, the cookout. Explain that to me a little bit.
First, I do want to make a distinction, which was pointed out to me, and I think it actually is very accurate. I want to be careful around saying the word revenge because that is not what this was about. And I was very conscious of this in my interviews on the challenge. So I was like, I don't want to say the word revenge. And I don't know if I ever did. Maybe I slipped a couple times. But so what this was more than anything was around like lack of trust. And we played a game like this pretty recently, and I like the trust was broken basically with some of my closest allies. And then going into this new game, I was like, okay, clean slate. I'm going to reassess everything based off of who I can trust the most. And one of the people that came to the top was Alyssa. And which is actually kind of crazy because in Big Brother, we were actually on like opposite sides, but like
Right.
but it was almost like we kind of came to a mutual understanding where it was like we both didn't know who else we could trust in this game. Like we were just so me and her had the same mindset of like we were so played on Big Brother, we didn't even know like how to play the challenge anymore. And it was funny because like going into it, we were saying like, okay, we definitely can't bring like X to the end or like Tiffany to the end because they're gonna win the game. And even after we said that, we were like, well, shoot, I don't even know how do we even get them out of this game? Like we've never had to like spearhead a strategy to get someone's elimination. So when people are giving us all this credit of like, oh, they had this like revenge and like this huge strategy, it was like, no, honestly, we didn't. We aren't even smart enough to put that together. Like these things just like these fell into place. Like we like Tiffany just went home on her own accord. Like that just happened. None of this was
Yeah.
like pre-masterminded.
Yeah, okay, I'll respect that answer. I like that. Okay, now Shannon, for you, a lot of us viewers saw that it looked like in that first week you were already wanting to go home, but then obviously you overcame that. James kind of helped you guys get out of that first elimination. You made it so far into the season. So walk me through kind of like how you feel about all that.
So I think what a lot of people don't know is like a little behind the scenes. I was not supposed to be original cast. I was actually an alternate. So I flew out separately. I was with my boyfriend. We thought that if anyone was going to go in, it was going to be him or a different alternate. I actually thought I was the last alternate on the list to even be considered. I've never watched the challenge. I didn't prepare for it. I didn't train for it. So when I'm crying and saying I'm sore because I literally hadn't worked out, I didn't understand what forming an alliance was like and who to do it. Like I didn't understand like the concept of the show, which I it didn't prepare me at all. And like I have very much of like a winner mindset. So the fact that I didn't do my homework, be prepared for this, and go in and just dominate was very, very frustrating for me as a person. I
Mm,
did, however, slowly like crawl out of that after the first challenge. I realized like, okay, maybe I can do this. So I felt like I totally turned over a new leaf and was just I was literally learning the show as I was playing it. Like, so
mm,
I kind of had a disadvantage to a lot of the other challengers in there with me that recognized other people and knew, how to play the game. And it was really, really tough. I felt like I was the only one out of the cast that had that unique situation. So I just did the best I could and pushed through. And I'm proud that I made it to the point that I did, but I also feel like if it wasn't for the injury, I could have made it a lot further.